He's 18 years old. It's absolutely ridiculous to see someone who has performed incredibly well at his age on such a consistent level, but yet, now you take the number 10 jersey, there's even more pressure on your shoulders to perform. Does he feel that pressure? I don't think so. The kid just looks like he lives and breathes and wants to play football every single day. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't go to bed at night with a ball underneath his arm. He's that type of kid.
Lamine Yamal, he's been handed the iconic Barcelona number 10 shirt, previously worn by many greats at the club, most notably, of course, Lionel Messi. The club confirmed earlier on today. Yamal, who celebrated turning 18 on Sunday, inherits the squad number next season from Ansu Fati, who completed a season-long loan move to AS Monaco earlier on this month. Ian, I suppose it will add to his reputation. I think that is the headline, really, from this. Great to see behind. He's had the number 10 necklace made up with the diamonds very, very quickly.
Where's yours?
Well, I was going to say, that jeweller was obviously busy. But with this kind of shirt number, and we've seen it similarly at other clubs, comes with great reputation and great responsibility, and I think it's ironic, really, that he's taken it over from Ansu Fati, who was given that shirt perhaps a bit too early, and the expectation that was on him and wasn't able to live up to it.
Yeah.
My suspicion, though, with Lamine Yamal is that he is going to live up to it, isn't he?
Well, he's certainly someone who likes the spotlight, especially over the recent period of time during his off-season. He's enjoyed a bit of spotlight, and he's living up to that number 10 standard on and off the field. But it's what he does on the field that makes the biggest difference, right? He is someone who wants the pressure, who feels the pressure, feeds off the pressure of wearing an iconic number like that number 10 of FC Barcelona. I mean, for me in particular, he is someone who has taken his game from obviously the youth levels into the first team. He's then won trophies, of course, with Barcelona and also with his national team, and now all of a sudden become an iconic name on the back of the jersey, and of course someone who we all look up to. He's 18 years old. It's absolutely ridiculous to see someone who has performed incredibly well at his age on such a consistent level, but yet now you take the number 10 jersey, there's even more pressure on your shoulders to perform. Does he feel that pressure? I don't think so. The kid just looks like he lives and breathes and wants to play football every single day. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't go to bed at night with a ball underneath his arm. He's that type of kid. Of course, he's got a few distractions right now, and that will happen to the best of them. It has already happened to the best of them. But when you're playing for FC Barcelona, there's expectancy. When you're playing in the number 10 jersey, especially after the greatest of all time, and there's been a few who's worn that number at this wonderful football club, it brings a little bit more expectancy and demand.
I was going to say, because it's not just Lionel Messi. I mean, he's the one immediately that you're drawn to as one of the famous number 10s for Barcelona. But there are plenty of great players who have worn that particular shirt. What do you think it is, the expectation? Is it all external when we look at these names? I mean, Ronaldinho, I'd forgotten about him. Yeah, he was number 10, wasn't he? Rivaldo, Romario, the great Brazilian as well. Diego Maradona, who wore number 10 when he played for Barcelona. When you've got those kind of names, and we are talking, you know, the cream of the crop in terms of world football have worn this shirt.
Yep.
That is the expectation of the level that Yamal is going to have to get to. And in some, I mean, some would say it already at the 18, some of the numbers he's already exceeded those kind of players.
Yeah, I mean, a few more that's actually missing from that list. Michael Laudrup, of course, being one of them. Georgie Hadji being another one. Actually, Pep Guardiola wore it as well for a period of time, believe it or not. It's incredible to me, obviously, when you're a youngster. Of course, the name Lamine Yamal, I mentioned already how important it is in international football, and of course, for Spanish football in particular as well. How great is it for Barcelona to have a national team player obviously play for Barcelona wearing that number 10? It's not a different nationality who's wearing that number 10. It's almost one of their own, right? It's one of theirs. He is someone who lives and breathes that football club. He understands, because he has watched, obviously, through the past, the greats who have worn that jersey. And obviously, in his lifetime, it has been Lionel Messi. And I think for all of us, in my opinion, of course, the greatest of all time is Lionel Messi, to have worn that jersey. He's sat and watched everything Messi did do on the field. Now, of course, there is always going to be distraction for any player. And I don't want to see pressure put on the young shoulders of this kid who's 18 years old to wear a number 10, and of course all of a sudden you feel this pressure and it rattles your game. I mentioned to you earlier before, Adam, this guy is different. He's built different, he plays different, he likes pressure, he almost wants pressure, because to me it seems like he plays better with that pressure on his shoulders. but he still needs to improve. Let's not forget about that. It's not all just about, of course, winning the Euros, having success in the La Liga title. It's also about what you do in the Champions League, the greatest competition of club sports that we have ever seen. He's got to be able to turn his numbers up. I mean, he's not even scored double-digit numbers in a single season yet on any single campaign. He's done well last season, obviously, with the 18 goals across all competitions. But those numbers need to be better. And for many people out there, if you even look at his La Liga stats, 9 goals, 13 assists last season, for most players, that's actually okay. It's acceptable. Not for a player of this ability. And certainly not now you're wearing that number 10.
Just really quickly, obviously there are plenty of cautionary tales in football of talented players, some as talented as Yamal, others that aren't, who have got involved in things that perhaps shouldn't have been done or got too big for their station early on in their career. And we're not saying that's happened with Yamal, but, you know, there have been some questions raised this summer about the kind of people that he's hanging out with.
Yeah.
Do you think that he needs to be very careful, and the people around him, the people managing his career, need to be careful of what he does in terms of off-the-field activities over the next couple of seasons to live up to that expectation?
Unfortunately, nowadays, you can't get away with it. Nowadays, you're all of a sudden in the public eye. All of a sudden, the media is watching every single move that you make, and that's why he's been in the news most recently. This is a youngster who's trying to live his life in somewhat of a private life. That private life is gone when you're wearing a number 10 for FC Barcelona and you're winning a European championship for your national team. That life is completely gone that you once knew. All of a sudden, you're into a new life where there's no freedom, there's an eye on you 24/7, and the pressure, again, it's not necessarily just on the field how you perform, it's also how you perform off the field as a human being. Every decision is being made. I mean, let's look at some of the things that he's done after games where he's worn 2 sets of glasses. All of a sudden, people are kicking up a fuss about someone wearing 2 sets of sunglasses. I can tell you right now, down the pub, if I have 10 pints, I might wear 2 sets of sunglasses. I want this kid to be a human being, because if he's a human being enjoying his life, you are going to get the best of him out there on the field. You're thinking about me, yeah? 10
Seeing
pints
double,
in the pub.
seeing triple, seeing 5 times he enjoyed that.